Hello, welcome to this video of the setup of the new GameStick. I've just got this in, it's just come in. I'm plugging it in for the first time, connecting it, and just to see what the setup process is like. Yeah, this is really the first time that I've used the retail version of the machine, so I've got to set up the controller here. It looks like it's pairing. So the controller itself it actually houses the console. The console is like a USB stick size. So I'm just going to hold A on the controller here to connect. To connect the controller, there's a small button on the back of it, which is actually you've got to use like a paper clip because it's quite. You got to for Bluetooth pairing. You got to use a paper clip to connect it, which is so you got to find a paper clip essentially. But so let's just go and set this thing up, see what it looks like. This isn't quite coming using the full space. So I'm just going to push this outwards on my TV. Looks good now. Oops, no, back. No, that's not right. So I can only move it into the top left corner. Oh, there we go. Right. So by default, wasn't quite fitting my screen here. I've got a 1080p TV that I'm connecting this up to. Okay. Connect to. So my network is called Beefy for reasons that I won't go into. It's actually a reference to the Taz and Beefy video that I don't know if you've seen. If you searched Google or YouTube for Taz and Beefy, it was big when I was in a shared house about 5 years ago. I just kind of stuck with it. So select that. Now. It's slightly annoying. I have a really long key, so what I'm going to do is I was hoping there would be WPS set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set up a guest network just on my laptop here. Great, so that's enabled. It should come up with a guest network in a second. Let's just do another scan. Yeah, I have a long password on my local network. And there's no input, there's no wired input because the console's so small. There's no Ethernet connection. That's worth mentioning. So if I just scan again, okay. So I'll just connect to Asus Guest for the time being. I believe there is a software update for it already, so I might have to update the software. This unit, the GameStick, it's not out just yet. It's out very, very soon. So you can buy it. You can buy it in. I'm based in the UK, so you can buy it in game. It's £79.99. I'm currently reviewing it here on the 16th of October. It's out on the 29th of October. And I'm in no way affiliated to Game, but I'm just looking on Game's homepage and it says pre-order your GameStick now and get a free case worth £9.99. Is that connected? Sorry, I was looking on Game's homepage and not looking at this. Should just connect. So a bit of background while it's doing this. GameStick is a new console, slightly cheaper than the Ouya. Again, in the UK, Ouya costs £99.99, so it's 20% cheaper. It's based on Android, so it's an Android-based console with its own interface. I've actually been sent in the last few days games to work on here. If you're familiar with the Android system, it's very open, so you can install package files called APKs, which is the Android system. Okay, so that's connected now. Okay, now what? Save and continue. Okay, no update. That's good. Okay, so I've got to go and activate this. GameStick.tv/activate. Yeah, and so you can install package files on it. I think I did a review of the Ouya console for a number of outlets, and what I said really was that if you're looking to Ouya for games right now, I wouldn't buy it for that. But it's a really interesting device if you want to, hack it or play around with it, or basically, which is very, very much encouraged by you. You have to compliment them on that. We'll see how open GameStick is, but you can install Xbox Media Center on it. It's pretty good at running most high def content. Some 1080p files are not particularly not as good. But it's a great little system. You can install Netflix on it. Loads of basically any Android app. You have to put up with some defects and faults and crashes sometimes. But in theory, it's very, very good. Okay, so I'm now on the website. And I have to confirm that I'm 18 years of age. Create an account. So I'm just going to click all this and set up an account. So I'm doing this on my computer right now. I know you guys can only see the GameStick front end, but this looks pretty quick. Just wants my date of birth. No doubt it's going to want a credit card at some point. It wants to know whether I'm male or female. And it wants to know whether wants to know my mobile number and whether I want to have email alerts. I will say no to that. We'll set up my play tag. So play tag looks basically like gamer tag. I will just say that I put in Guy Cocker and it wouldn't accept it. Let's see if that's because it thinks that there is an expletive in my name. Won't let me have Dan Ashcroft, which is my... It won't let me have Dan Ashcroft, which is my Xbox username. It will let me have Guy JC. Jevon is my middle name, so that's why I've gone with that. It's letting me put in my email address and password, so I'm just doing that right now. And it'll let me put in a profile picture as well, which I'm going to do because I think I have one. Oh, it only lets you select an image as an avatar, doesn't let you upload your own, I don't think. So I'm just going to go for a rocket. It's asking me whether I want to display content that's suitable for 3 and above, 7 and above, 12 and above, or 17 and above. I'm going to go 17 and above because I'm unfortunately above the age of 17. Cool, so that's the account created. Let's see what happens on my GameStick now. Hopefully. Yeah, it wants a credit card. Now, what I will say is... Oh, there we go. It's come up. It's activated. So it wants a credit card next. What I will say is that I've been given, for the purposes of review, a code to add in to give me some credit, basically, so I can review games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that code in here, just that voucher code. And then it says, congratulations, I've registered. So I did all that through a web browser, and it looks like I'm up and ready. I'm good to go now. So this is it. This is GameStick. This is the front end. We'll have a quick look around and then I'll wrap this video up and do a separate video to show you guys some of the games that are available on GameStick. It's a very, very nifty device. It plugs straight into a HDMI socket. It's powered off a micro USB. So I've got it. My Xbox 360 is not even turned on. It's just plugged into the Xbox 360 USB port, the cable that comes with it, and it's connected to the GameStick, which is in the HDMI socket on my game capture unit that I'm using to capture this video. What I will say, one thing, just having unboxed it and played around with it, the stick itself is quite fat, and I would naturally kind of put it, because it's designed to be taken around to a friend's house, I would naturally just plug it into the front of my Onkyo receiver. But my Onkyo receiver, the way that the plastic surrounds the HDMI socket means that the GameStick won't actually go into that socket. So it's quite fat. You've got to have a bit of space around the actual socket because of the size of the unit. Just one small point there, but thought it was worth bringing up. So this is the front end. This is what's available ahead of launch, so what I can assume will be available at launch. My eyes are naturally going towards Shadowgun. I'm quite a fan of that game. I haven't played it on iPhone and Android in the past. I know it's clearly a Gears of War ripoff, but I think I should say actually I played the GameStick before. I visited the offices to interview them for my podcast, and so I had a quick go on the controller. So I've had a very limited experience of GameStick so far. Let's see what else we can do. Media. So GameStick Media Player. Designed to play videos and images from USB drives and memory cards. So use the USB socket on the Y cable or the dock if you have one. Micro SD card in the slot at the end of your GameStick. So yeah, plenty of options for this. I will install this, and in a separate video... Oh, it's already installed. In a separate video, I'll have a look at the GameStick's media potential. One of the things that I've looked at from the specifications of GameStick is that it's not quite as powerful as Ouya. It rocks a ARM Cortex A9 CPU, very capable CPU for mobile devices. But it's got a Mali 400 GPU, and in comparison, the NVIDIA Shield, which I've been using, has an NVIDIA Tegra 4 processor, and the Ouya has a Tegra 3, and that Tegra 3 is what I said earlier, was struggling to play some 1080p content through XBMC. So I'll be interested to see how well GameStick does. One other thing on here, just before I quit out, it looks like it'll only play it from local storage. I have a NAS on my network with plenty of media on there. So it'd be nice if it connected to the NAS, but it doesn't appear to. But as I say, I'll do a separate video for that. Tofu is a optimized version of the highly acclaimed XBMC Media Center, so I assume this will be the one to go for. So that's queued for downloading. This will be the one to go for if you're a serious media center owner, as I am. I use XBMC a lot. Oh, there we go. I've got £25 to spend. Yeah, if you're a serious media owner and watch a lot of media from your NAS as I do, then you'll probably want to install Tofu. So that's it. That's the front end. I just wanted to do a quick video. Worth noting that Shadowgun's taking quite a while to download. I don't know how big it is. Can't really see. Got to click to find out more. I've just upgraded my internet at home, and I have a 120 meg line coming in, so it's a plenty fast internet connection. 306 megabytes. That really should download in well under a minute if it was coming down the pipe at an optimum speed, but it seems to be taking quite a while. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please, if you have any questions about GameStick, I'm going to be playing with it pretty extensively over the next couple of days. So if you do have any questions, please let me know. Post in the comments. I will answer as many as I can if you want to know anything about this system. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in one of my other videos.